So by far one of the most interesting enemies to fight in Anthem right now are going to be the Dominion Furies. It is quite exhilarating when you finally take one down because of course you have this high hope of legendaries, or in some cases it's just a matter of satisfaction. Now this enemies however also unlocks more secrets to the Dominion faction than most of us might ever think about. Remember when we talked about the fate of the Dominion faction and how they desire to rule this world by any means necessary? Well, get ready to have your minds blown again. Several decades ago, the followers of Magnus Strahl began an experiment, probably around the same time that they were developing the Storm Javelin. With the help of scientists and arcanists such as Dr. Harkin, the Dominion would raid camps, cities, and villages, and on their glorious crusade, they would weed out and separate strong from the weak. Some of those who surrendered are adopted as sons and daughters of Magnus Strahl, because some of them probably have sensitivity to the Anthem, and they were found somehow useful. But the Dominion also had prisons where they kept beasts and mostly useless humans. Some of them are defectors, and some of them are the missing freelancers and sentinels that we hear about. The Dominion will then select these prisoners one after each other and use them in the Anthem experiment. They will attach different receptors to their right arms and use Shaper relics on this subject. This is also why they seek out Shaper relics more than usual. And through the process of this experiment, some subjects actually died, but some also survived. The ones who survived, however, were not in the best shape, and this is where the Furies come in. Furies are deformed individuals from those experiments, and if you notice them, you can see the storm attachments on the right arm and the head, and you can also notice that one arm is longer than the other. They're just weird in a crazy way. This is also why you will notice that if you put a Fury and a Storm Javelin side by side, you will notice that they're almost identical aesthetically and when it comes to what they can do. They are both shield-based targets. They are also both elementals, and while the Storm is capable of wielding all the other elements, the Furies, as we know or as we've seen, only utilizes the fire element. Who knows, there might be other Furies later on who uses ice or toxin damage. Now, one of the more crucial and probably the most important part of the Dominion lore is the fact that they will go to whatever extent they need, even human sacrifice, if not off the table. Now, they are also technologically advanced than the allied factions that we know of. Their technology right now is peaking at the highest, just below Shaper levels. What is crazy also is the fact that these guys have their own fortress city, like the Fortress of Dawn up north in a place they call Strahlheim. So Magnus Strahl actually built his own city. After the Paladins followed Magnus Strahl up north, they didn't just establish the Dominion, they built a whole empire. And from what we know, this empire might be strong enough to hold the Orgot and keep them at bay. Also, with the direction that this lore is headed, if bioware decides to do this, we could end up forming allies with the Dominion faction, or at least some people in the Dominion faction. But that's going to be it for this lore entry. Don't forget to drop your suggestions for the next video down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.